And it's ready to go racing at the 52nd Rose Cup race at Portland International Raceway. Bob Acamian, Dave Bell, and Scott Ellsworth along with you. We've had some shuffling in our field. You heard the sad news that both Steve Hodge and Monty Shelton are not going to run today because of cars that are not ready to go, and that's the hardest thing at race time. You're also noticing that the number 15 of Nick Fluge has moved up on the grid. And the reason for that is, A, the car did get out and run and got up to speed this morning. Nick did take an early flight back, and I'm told left some chips on the table in Vegas. And because Nick was part of the very fast red group, they are putting him at the back of the red group qualifiers. So Nick moves up nicely, and what this means is Nick is very much in contention in this race. Matt Crandall would seem to be a prohibitive favorite, our pole sitter. Watch out for the start. We're coming down underneath the Bi-Mark Bridge, ready to take the green flag and get it started at the 52nd Rose Cup race.
Green flag flies, and so do the cars coming down the main straightaway. They'll go about 3 abreast as they come down. Some of the cars back in the 7th, 8th position, looking for that inside position.
Randall, Fluge, Walsh, Barron, Lux, Shelton, Pearson, Muth, and Bachman. You know, I'd have to say, and Dave, you've seen a lot of these, pound for pound, this is, from front to back of the field, this is one of the most experienced fields ever in the Rose Cup.
Yeah, I think so. I was noticing that earlier.
And Nick Fluge got himself in a little trouble in the exit to 12, comes around backwards and bumps into the wall. Did the loop-de-loop, and I don't know if he caught the edge of the point or just accelerated too fast, but he is backed up against the wall. And let's see if he can fire the car and get it out of the way. So our second place car is now being passed by the rest of the field. On lap number 25, his teammate Matt Crandall, the race leader. Hear the car firing here. So let's see if he can pull it away. He does. He has control of the car. Now he's right by the pit entrance, but he will not take it. He stays out on the racetrack. And now his crew sprinting out to the wall. Here's your 1 and 2 cars running together. Good picture time on the front straightaway. The 3 and the 96. The difference is the 96 is a lap down.
And they do get the 1 to go. So here it is on the final lap. Matt Crandall brings it around. Nobody in front of him until you get to turn 4. So he's going to have the rest of this lap all to himself. He heads around towards around turn 3, that is, in the short chute now. Goes into turn 4. Looks like he's just kind of put it in overdrive right now, just kind of relaxing. He knows that he's got one. He's probably done what he set out to do, lap the field. Now all he wants to do is just finish the race. He's swinging around into turn 6.
On his final time around through the short chute, keeping about 5 to 6 car lengths between himself and Walsh. I think once he got by Walsh, he kind of backed out of it just a little bit to make sure that he gets it home safely. As he goes on down the back stretch. And Crandall, he's been the class of the field here this afternoon and showing it as he heads to turn number 10.
Matt Crandall, 2010 winner, ran out of fuel just after the checkered flag. 2012, no problem. Super smooth start to finish. The number 3 coming down the front straightaway, the Speed Sports Fluge Global Adventures. Number 3 car, Matt Crandall, is the winner of the 52nd Rose Cup race. Jim Walsh will be second of a 96 Porsche from Redmond, Washington. Doug Barron, third in the number 77 Porsche, followed by Cindy Lux and Neil Shelton. That rounds out your top 5. Nick Fluge will finish 6th, Greg Pearson 7th, Ken Muth 8th, Gary Bachman 9th in the 09, and Steven Streamer of Sherwood finishes 10th. However, our Victory Circle activities will be taking place on the south end of the track right behind the PIR Tower and the Rose Cup room, so come back there and salute our 2012 Rose Cup champion, Matt Crandall. The 2012 Rose Cup races are presented by Fluge Global Adventures.
This is your second Rose Cup.
Rose Cup, yes.
So what's it like not only winning your second Rose Cup, but lapping the entire field at the...
Well, you know, we had some great cars out there. Unfortunately, Steve Hodge and Lauren Beggs and Nick had some issues, and otherwise it would have been, I think, a lot more exciting race. I'm really sorry to see those guys didn't make it, but you know, we did have a real fast car. We were super fast on Friday and Saturday. Qualified 11.9. That was my personal best, and I'm pretty sure track record. So the car was run super strong, and we were really moving it.
So what was your strategy going into this race?
You know, these big races, you know, there's a lot of emotions, lots of people going. You know, my strategy was just to get through turn one without any issues and get out and run, and you know, and just maintain the car, maintain the pace to keep it going.
So speaking of just getting through the track, did you have any problems with lap traffic during the race?
No, lap traffic wasn't bad. You know, the closest call I had on lap traffic was after the checkered flag. I went through the chicane, slowed up and waving, and a guy in 944 about chopped me off in the front. But besides that, you know, everybody was great. Everybody gave lots of room. There was no issues anywhere. But this is a super, great group of drivers. They're all real professionals and know what they're doing. I love racing with these guys. I've been doing it for a long time. You know, Jim Walsh in the Cup car, he got second. You know, I raced with him when I used to run GT2. We used to have nose-to-nose battles. I knew we could go into the chicane, 2 inches apart, and we want to hit each other. So, guys like Jim, Doug Barron, those are real classic drivers.
So who helped you get here today?
My wife. My wife helped me get here. She's the best person.
Right. Second win.
Thank you.
So how long have you been racing?
I started racing last March. Went through the SCCA school, got my novice permit, ran the first race in torrential downpour, and ran about 6 races last year. So when I'm in the car, nothing else exists. There's that car in front of me, that car behind me, and I just have to beat them all,